Welcome back to Return Channel. Hi learners, welcome to today's lesson. So today we're going to learn about translations and interpreting. Have you ever wondered what the difference is between translations and interpreting? People often think they are the same, but in fact, they are two very different professions with different skills, techniques, and challenges. Let's explore the definition, types, skills required, and real-life example of both. So the first, what is translation? Translations is the process of converting written text from one language into another, while keeping the meaning, tone, and context intact. A translator doesn't just replace words. They recreate the message in the target language with clarity and accuracy. So, the next is about characteristics of translation. First, translations works with written text. It can be a book, article, manual, or website. Second, the result can be revised, edit, and improve before it is published. Third, it requires a high levels of accuracy. A good translator must understand both the language and the culture of the source and target text. The next is about common types of translation. First, literary translation. For example, translating The Little Prince from French into English. Second, technical translations. For example, translating a user manual for a smartphone. Third, legal translations. For example, translating an employment contract into another language. Fourth, medical translations. For example, translating a doctor's diagnosis for a patient. Fifth, audiovisual translations. For example, translating subtitle for a Netflix movie. So, the next is about required skills for a translator. To become a good translator, you need the following skills like 1. Excellent writing and grammar. You must write clearly and correctly in both the source and target language. The second is strong research ability. You need to search for the right terms, meanings, and context to produce an accurate translation. The third one is cultural awareness. You must understand cultural difference to avoid misunderstanding. The fourth is patience and attention to detail. A single word can change the meaning, so you must be focused and patient. So, the next we are going to learn about interpreting. So, what is interpreting? Interpreting is the act of converting spoken language from one language into another in real time. So, the next is about characteristics of interpreting. The first one involves spoken or sign language. Interpreting is used for spoken conversations of sign language, not written text. For example, a live speech, an interview, or a hospital conversation. The second happens spontaneously in the time for editing. Interpreters work in real time, meaning they cannot pause, correct, or revise their words. They must give an accurate translations instantly. The third one is requires excellent memory, listening, and speaking skill. Interpreter must remember what was said, understand it quickly, and say it correctly in another language. So, the next is about types of interpreting. The first, simultaneous interpreting. The interpreter speaks at the same time as a speaker. Example, United Nations Conference. The second, consecutive interpreting. The interpreter listens first, then speaks after the speaker's pauses. Example, courtrooms, interviews, or press conference. Third, listen community interpreting. The interpreter helps two people or small groups communicate. Example, hospitals, immigration office, or police stations. The fourth, whispered interpreting Chukotage. The interpreter whispered the translations to one person during the meeting. Example, business meetings or tour guide. So, the next is about required skills for the interpreter. To become a good interpreter, you need the following skills like confidence in speaking. Interpreters must speak clearly and confidently in front of others. Second is quick thinking. You must listen, understand, and speak all at the same time. The third is good listening and focus. Interpreters need strong concentrations to catch every detail. Okay, that's all for today's sessions on translations and interpreting. I hope this has helped you understand the difference between translations and interpreter. So, thank you for watching guys. See you in the next video.